Welcome to my Hawaiian journey, where the beauty of the island becomes the mirror for my inner world. Over the next few minutes, you'll see how I blend art, tarot, and adventure to discover a deeper connection between my soul and the universe. From serene beach days and spontaneous motorcycle rides to the symbolic messages of my daily tarot draws, this trip is all about letting go of old patterns and stepping boldly into transformation. So join me as I explore unexpected paths, embrace the magic of nature, and reveal the art of living from the heart. Day 1.
The Queen of Cups. It's this connection with the feminine qualities, the motherly figures, and the ultimate, feminine quality of transcending the physical reality through having all your channels open. Day 2, I took time to just rest on the beach, get a sunburn as you saw. And I think that came from just resting and doing nothing. I went for a snorkeling adventure for like 3 hours in the ocean with my dad, connecting with the feminine, but also catching up on my readings I had to do, or I wanted to do. Gave me insight about like all the work that is to be done. And the Eight of Wands for me was kind of connecting to the energy of my dad, because I feel like there's a lot of traits that I've inherited from my dad. Going on an adventure, not having anything to worry about, we kind of got lost together, and that was really a beautiful thing to see that these traits that I have are actually coming from my dad. This adventure spirit, this kind of fearlessness of just going on an adventure, getting lost, and not worrying once if we're gonna get found, was really beautiful. But yeah, talking about turtles, that was also something that came up when I went snorkeling for 3 hours. Yeah, we saw like at least 5 or 6 large turtles. I must have been like 6 feet wide. And I was literally like swimming beside them, 1 meter beside them. And in the Mayan traditions, my spirit animal is the turtle. And there's so much meaning behind that, as like an old kind of soul, a wise old soul that carries on its shell all the sacred geometry, the mysteries of the universe. I think it also is a very feminine connected animal. Like if you see the panels on its shell, it has 13, if I remember correctly. The 13 being a very feminine lunar number. So yeah, that was super magical, spending like hours with turtles, swimming with them, with my dad. So I was just hiking, minding my own business, kind of losing track of what I'm doing and stuff, and then I saw this. You see this 7-pointed star? I'll show you on the card on screen. It is directly linked with the goddess Nut, and it's not a simple star to do. It's like it has been put with 7 points intentionally, and it's just a chance, the big chance that I happen to see it. So we sort of got lost, but we found a street. So we're just walking down, hoping to reach the city down there. And our day ended finally found the city. Oui, lui descend. So as you can see, I'm now on the beach. It's been already 3 days I'm here. I decided to take the first 3 days off anything vlogging or anything, because was with my family, also just got off the plane, very tired and stuff. So now I'm taking the time. I have a bit more space for myself to describe what has been going on, and I'll show you where I'm at. You'll see it's very paradisiac.
Oh, wow.
Day 5 was all about preparing myself to leave on my solo adventure, buying sandals, renting a motorcycle, and spending time with my parents before leaving, and another swim with the turtles as well. Day 6 is when it started to be magical. The star card for me is what I've been talking to you about in the 2 first vlogs. It's letting your unconscious feminine self, who knows better because it sees everything you are from the past and the future, allowing it to bring forth events in your life, meet people for the better good of your development. So I rented the motorcycle, and this is the first hour where I just stopped by the road to eat my lunch, and then I see all these people looking in the distance, and by eavesdropping I noticed that they're all part of a group. Then they're watching whales, so I actually got to see whales randomly, and it was just given to me, pointed out to me, and that was the first event of this magical journey. This day was also meaningful because I intentionally didn't plan anything and let it up to the universe to surprise me. I didn't even book a hotel that day, knowing that it was the highest season point of the year and that everything was pretty much sold out. But I knew that that's the adventure I wanted to live. I wanted to be surprised. This was the third spot I found that day. I sat down by this little picnic table to meditate. I always travel with my incense, and had a nice moment just contemplating in this little point of land.
So I'm just driving around the island to get to my first hostel. And then I look in the background and I start recognizing the trees, the formation of the trees. And the reason I'm recognizing them is because I spent hours painting them. And look, I'll show you in the clip, but this is a painting. This is the inspiration from one of my paintings I did a few years ago. And if you look in the background, these trees, these are the ones I remember painting. So long. This abandoned church from so long ago, which is very strange because it was the last painting of my first oil painting series, and it was very meaningful because it was the synthesis of all the other ones. It represented for me the death of the ego, and so it's quite strange. It's come back years after, because when I was here first taking a picture of this place, I had no clue this would become a painting. A rainbow. It's also funny because in this series, architecture represents my ego. And so this one was ego death, as your ego is slowly dissolving so that you can merge with the all, but this is in a lot worse condition than last time. It's like the building, which represents the body, is literally like crumbling. There's no more foundation. It's like panels in the windows. So there's something strange about this is coming to me now at the beginning of my solo journey in Hawaii. Today's card is the Hanged Man. So it's all about reversing the way you see things, from seeing things from your personal identity to seeing things through your soul, through your higher self.
I thought that was interesting as I'm doing this hike. It's like really the reverse. You have the tree, and as big as the tree, you have its roots. It's the opposite. It's really the reverse. So this is giving me clues as to what's trying to be communicated to me. It's been a rainy day on my motorcycle riding here, but that's what I like. It makes it more adventurous. And some more of those inverted trees where the reverse of the tree is almost as important, visually at least. Look at that. Feels like the type of climate you could feel there's some scorpions around the corner or rattlesnakes. I wonder what this mountain used to be, because there's this structure with a big beam that goes all the way down the mountain. Very heavy duty wire. Like as if they were using it to haul stuff up the mountain. And there's all these infrastructures up there. Feels like something maybe linked to defending. This is what I thought would be the shortcut, and I'm sure it is, but it's for sure not the family part of the trail. Final reward. Just got to the top. It's pretty obvious that's like a bunker from one of the old bars for sure. Look at the nice view you would have of the coming ships. All in all, this day was spent exploring this mountain, getting caught in the rain, but more than that, it felt like the hangman card was all about going to this ancient site where there used to be soldiers watching for enemies on top of a mountain, and actually feeling the effects of time, tapping into this kind of egregore, this kind of energy that still remains in these areas. And feeling this energy is, in a way, helping me understand how to tap into the energy of my own soul by tapping into the energy of places. And I think that's what it was all about. Oh, and I also filmed my Astro Tarot Oracle of the Week. You can find all of this on my Instagram at RoseUmbra. So today is day 7 or 8, and the card I had is Pleasure with the Tower moment, which is all about studying my beliefs about myself, and letting go of what no longer, serves me. And this way, that's what I'm doing. I think I've internalized the belief that I had to go through a certain amount of pain or discipline in order to be able to enjoy myself and have fun. So it seems like everything I'm doing is always performance, always having to improve something. And today is all about just finding a nice place with a beautiful view, eating some fruits with honey and acai, and just having, a pleasant time without having to think about work or publishing something on my socials. Just going with the flow and enjoying the process. I saw this little bay on Google Maps. I'm just trying to reach, like it's a bay, but I want to go to the point of the bay. And I see there's surfers, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Trying to go down there. That's the best thing about life, for me anyways. Lighting an incense stick, eating something healthy with a beautiful view and nothing on your mind. Something I seem to only do when I'm not in a routine at home, so taking advantage of the distance from home to just explore. And oh, look how beautiful this little cove is. Wow. Look at this, it feels like I'm in an aquarium or something. Here we go. I found my little spot surrounded by waves. You probably can hear it. It will be a good place to enjoy. Maybe even take this off. Okay. Oh. Water splashing though. Don't want my camera to get wet. Just found the perfect setup with a nice little carpet. Do my meditation. To follow on the theme of pleasure, I decided to treat myself to a nice little hike that was pretty far away, and I had difficulty finding the entrance because it was right behind an airport. As you can see, this ancient water plane. So I just followed the trail on my scooter, and finally found the entrance to the trail. So this is a pretty cool trail. I'm curious to see. There's no one here. So this time around I decided to bring only the essential. Last time I brought my hoodie and all the stuff on the hike and it just becomes annoying. So got my phone charger because I only have 10% left. And my camera, and I just chugged water before hiking. It's gonna get dark soon, so I have to hurry up. Wondering if that's why there's no one around, or if it's just not a hike people know about. But I love the sound of it so far. I like it. Oh, look, there's like a kind of a platform. Definitely not a common trail because it's not even, it feels like I'm the only one that went through today. Anyways, I'll keep you updated. It's the best because in Oahu there's just tourists and locals everywhere. So to find a secluded trail feels nice. Yeah, it's very peaceful here. So many birds chirping everywhere. Is it just me or there's like a face in there? I love these subconscious adventures. Let's see what else comes up. Here's the first view. bad. And you can see the airport I was talking about. I think I found the house of a fairy or something. It's like just a little cove. Alcove? There are definitely landslides. This big piece was probably way up there a few days ago. A little bit of trails running. I think I'm approaching the top. These trees are so eerie. The pins are so tiny that it creates kind of this kind of semi-transparent panel of green. You can see through, but not perfectly clear. Look how cute these are. These little fluffs. And it smells so nice up here. See this curtain again? It's almost like a mirror in the end. It's like I'm looking through, but also not through. So I don't know if that might sound strange to some of you guys, but see this t-shirt written purple? First of all, I never buy red, because for me it's a bit too much. I bought this one because it's kind of tie-dyed a little bit from like shaded, and the texture is so cool. But in my chart, I have a lot, in my astrological chart, a lot of fire. I have like a lot of Mars, Aries energy, Martian energy and Aries energy. But I've never worn red. I'm always all dressed in blue, like this dark blue. And then as I'm wearing these two shades, I'm realizing that the color that I actually identify more with, which represents for me the union of my Piscean bluish sun and my personality, which has Mars in it, which is red, fire. When they unite together, it creates purple. So there's all these kind of synchronicities that are just, as I spend time alone in nature like this, are starting to give me hints into how to unite my personality and my soul, which is a very abstract concept. So it's hard to know like the formula that is the right one for you. But sometimes starting to associate yourself with symbols that do the work, kind of bring this symbol and open it up in your mind, can help do that work for you. So instead of associating myself always with blues, thinking of myself as blue, start thinking about myself as purple. I know it sounds abstract, but for me, that's just how my mind works, and I think it has value for you guys too if you're trying to see, you know, like we all think our favorite color is, you know, it's just God-given and we don't know why, but there's always a reason. And I think when you change cycles in your life, your favorite color changes as well. It's also connected with the chakras. And you can see this in Vedic astrology. I can see it in people's chart. Why is your favorite color this? Well, because if it's yellow, for example, you have prominent mercurial energy in your chart, which is associated with yellow and a specific chakra. So anyways, I just got this insight, so I thought I would share with you guys with this beautiful view as well. Also, I think it's quite amazing because like I told you earlier, I never wear red. And now wearing this t-shirt, because I have limited, I just bought this in Hawaii, by the way. And so I have limited shirts, I'm traveling light and wearing this color a lot. I do sense a difference in my personality. Like I sense, and also being on a volcanic, you know, very fiery island connected with the goddess Pele, I feel is bringing me these insights that I just shared with you guys. It's not for Like there's a reason why I'm having this insight as I'm wearing red. You know, that's how the abstract unconscious mind works. I picked this shirt out and I bought it while I never buy red. Probably because it was written purple on it in the end, more than the shade that I was describing earlier. And I think the last part of all of this topic is how to integrate this insight, you know, in your life, what to do with it. And the same way like these insights come when you're looking for them and you're present with your environment, you can do the same thing by, you know, throwing it at the universe or at your soul. For me, universe and soul are synonyms. You just give it out. Okay, how can I integrate this concept in my life? How can I actually unite it now that I got the symbolic version of it? How can I apply it to my physical existence and make it a practical use? Because God knows there's a lot of use you can do by uniting with your soul, uniting my red and my blue together. So I'm right now live on the camera, throwing it out to my soul, to the goddess Nut, to Pele, all synonymous of my anima, my feminine counterpart that is the unconscious realm that unites everything, to bring me that answer. And then when it does come, I'll share it with you guys. This hike seems like it's a very important one. What I just mentioned in the last video of sending it out to the universe, well, actually, that's how you unite with your soul. There's no other things. Like what does it involve in your daily life? It's very simple. It's just that you don't rely on your personality to take actions. You know the I, like I know what's good for me. I have to go there, I have to do this, have this training, go to this school, have this degree, and then do this job. Well, it's acknowledging that you don't have your third eye that perceives everything in a more objective way, open. And so that you can let it also, you can work with your environment and your intuition, which is kind of the radar for detecting these things. Work with it and then be silent and pay attention. And in this way, your personality gets the information from your soul to take action in the world for the greater good. Because your soul is the spiritual part of you that is connected with everything in the physical universe. So that's how you unite this. That's how I become purple. And here we have World War II airplane debris. Pretty cool. Oh, look at all those birds.
The day couldn't have finished better. I found a little private beach right by the airport where I had just hiked, and I just swam in the ocean for a few minutes, contemplating at the beautiful sunset as the day was ending. Oh, and I also got caught in the rain, but that was beautiful too.
I'm bringing a friend for you.
How did you see that?
The Queen of Wands for me represents my soul, this fiery feminine energy that is always driving me to improve and to be fearless. And this day was all about that. From yesterday's insight, it was like now I could let go of my personality, let go of my desire to control things. I met a friend at the hostel I was staying, and he just rented a scooter, and we decided to go on a hike, and we had the best time ever. Like, it felt like I met someone that I knew since 30 years, you know? And now we could just be kids and go for a hike and talk about all the things and be goofy. And this day just flowed like as if I was a child again. And that, I think, was linked to the fact that I was not controlling anything. It's like when you release the hold of your personality, of all the weight you're carrying, the programs you're carrying from all your life, finally you become that child, that kind of light that you were when you were just a kid and you could just be free. And that's really what it was all about. Like, I felt like I was with one of my childhood friends, telling my mom I'm leaving the house to go play with my friends in the neighborhood and just having an adventure. It was so beautiful and so refreshing. It really felt like all of that day the Queen of Cups was in control, and that felt so good. And a funny anecdote is that when we arrived to go for the hike, there was this guy with a gelato stand, an Italian guy, and he told us, I can't sell you gelato until you do the whole hike. It was like handmade gelato that he makes in his garage. So, and then we came down. We were all excited to have our treat, and we had the most authentic and heartfelt conversation with this old Italian man that he was telling us about his retirement projects of making Italian pizza and selling it to the people when they come down from the trail. It was just so pure and so real that it just makes me want to live this way more often.
I'm gonna do something similar.
Best in the world. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm sure.
Thank you very much, Gina.
How's that?
Oh, this is really good, man.
Yeah.
You do like a cream of pistachio? How do you make that?
But do you emulsify?
It's a secret.
Okay.
Day 10, the 4 of discs. For me, this was my travel day, so I was in the north of the island and I traveled all the way back to the south, where I had my flight at midnight. So this was a time where I was feeling content. I felt like everything I needed, I had. It was a very good feeling, but it was mainly traveling and then waiting for my plane. Finally, the last day, which was spent mostly in the airport terminal in Vancouver for 9 hours, allowed me to reflect on my whole journey and how beautiful it was, looking back, to see how setting an intention with tarot brought me all these insights, from helping me connect with my dad's energy, which is this free spirit, kind of very present, grounded like energy, to allow me to then leave the family nest and go on my own journey where I can unite with my feminine counterpart, which in turn helps me release the hold of my personality and become a child again, which is essential for being a magician, a magus, because you need to be this very innocent energy, but with a high concentration and focus to manifest your reality, which I felt like this was the purpose of this whole trip with the tarot, to help me gain deep insight into myself and become myself again, without the burdens I had been carrying on my shoulders and the responsibilities. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. It means a lot. It helps to support the channel and all the work put behind these episodes. So much love and light to all of you, and I'll see you next week.